To Wembley, where Tottenham saw off Manchester United tonight, almost without needing to break sweat. United didn't really put up a whimper here.
What was a bit of both tonight, you guys? Were Tottenham good and United bad? Was it a combination of both?
I don't think Tottenham had to be that good.
I don't think so.
It's one of the worst performances I've seen from a Manchester United team in a long time.
10.6 seconds. Paul Robinson was at Bradford when Ledley King scored inside 10 seconds. That remains the fastest goal ever. Would VAR have given us a different decision on that goal, I wonder?
Who knows? I don't know.
Kane was in the other half when the game kicked off.
Yeah, well, there would be a retake of the kick-off.
It's certainly not a typical Tottenham goal, is it? A flowing passing move. It's an old-fashioned style of football.
Yeah, and he pointed it out, didn't he? It's like they've worked on that. It's just they just don't do that.
It's like
they've seen something, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, they've probably seen that Phil Jones isn't the best in the air.
Yeah.
It's Harry Kane proof.
Because he's made a run straight to him, hasn't he?
But I certainly thought that, when this happened, that we'd see some sort of reaction from United. It's only half an hour gone. There's an hour of football, more than an hour of football, still to go. And I just think the lack of response from United was staggering for me.
Yeah, when you see United, they can be so boring against the top 6 teams. They try and stay in it for as long as they can, can't they? And then they try and nick it on the break last 10 or 15 minutes. They might go a bit more expansive. I thought the goal in the first 10 seconds was just going to open the game up, and you'd see so much more from United.
Make a note of that. If you make a note of that, because I'll show you one later that resulted in a penalty. Wasn't anything like that challenge there from Valencia.
So it could have been worse. Look for a penalty there.
It'd be harsh if that was given. I think he's very clear. He's not even looking at the ball. He's too short a distance for me. And, that's the best that Manchester United offer. We were watching the game with like 10, 12 minutes to go. We've seen a Manchester United side that are 2-0 down. They were camped in their own half.
Sanchez.
That's about as close as they came, wasn't it? That one shot from Lukaku, 55 minutes in.
Sanchez barely got a kick. Pogba was taken off and replaced. Fellaini on for 7 minutes and then taken off. Now, social media went into a meltdown about how he'd been embarrassed there, but we are still of the opinion that he was injured. We'll hear from Jose Mourinho shortly.
Well, I know they went potty on social media about it. I know Jose Mourinho has done many things that have made us go, what? But would even he put a professional footballer on, an international player, for 7 minutes to take him off and embarrass him?
No.
I can't believe that.
And I don't think there'd have been an exchange like that either.
No, there was clearly dialogue there. Yeah. And in the space of time that he was on, he didn't do anything that was obviously horrific that he needed to be substituted for. You can only presume it's an injury.
Well, that's how it ended. Spurs beating Manchester United comfortably, all too comfortably. 2-0 final score. Here is Jose Mourinho. So Fellaini injured and Manchester United's confidence broken after they conceded 10 seconds into a football match.
I'm staggered. That really surprises me. I've watched Manchester United all through the Premier League years when Fergie was in charge. Man, you can only judge it on Fergie. And the game was never done for Manchester United. The confidence was never affected.
Saw them 3-0 down at White Hart Lane to Tottenham on Sunday. They came back to win it 5-3.
So 5 in the second half. That when you talk about the level of footballer he's just purchased, right? One cost 90 million, one cost 70 odd million. Sanchez is on £450,000 a week. And you're telling me that their manager has said when we lost the goal after 10 seconds, our confidence went. I'm sorry.
Mind you remember Fergie's team talk that night at White Hart Lane?
Yeah, it's Tottenham lads.
On we go to Manchester City.